hello. Okay, and print type of a. Print what? Type of a. Then what would be the answer of this one? Class of a string. But before the variable or after the string, before the string, if I keep there as b, then what type it is? Byte or byte array? We have two concepts. What are two concepts there? One is called as what? Bytes. One is called as what? Bytes. One more concept you have called as what? Byte array. Byte array. Okay. Bytes you have, and you have what? One more data type called as what? Byte array. But before the string I kept what type it is now? Just simply it's what type? Bytes. What type it is? Bytes. So let us see once practical, then you'll understand properly. So where? Yeah, here. The first one. Before the Python, you kept the what? Y and type of Y. So clear screen there once. So once run the code. So first time we'll get some stuff. Okay. So what type it is? Bytes. Our answer is correct or wrong? So if you want to, before the string, if you keep this b there and check what type it is, it will be what type? Bytes. Make a note of this one, first one. And concentrate, okay? This topic will understand only when you are perfect with what? ASCII values. Now again, I can't ask small a, capital A, small z, capital Z, 32, 0. Okay. And be fast, okay? Done. Can you clear this now? Okay. So y is what type first of all? Bytes. Now list of y. I'm converting that y of what type? Bytes into what type? List. Then I get the what? ASCII values of each and everything. Like example, I just know what ASCII value of small z. How much? 122. Then I can think y will be how much? Around 121. So this one thing answer I have told. Remaining you have to find. Okay. So run the code once. How much? My answer is correct or wrong? Y value. So when you convert that bytes into list, you get the ASCII values of each and everything. Then you know how to find also. ORD there, or you can use what to find. In the ORD you have to pass what P. Yes or no? So again, I have to repeat all those things. Print ORD of, suppose I don't know the value of what P. In the single quote pass or double quote pass, what P. So P should be how much? 112. So run the code once. 112 or not. So you can use what? ORD. Then if you have doubt, you can use what? CHR also. Print CHR or what? So 121. 121 is what? Y. I don't have still, I have still what? Doubt there. So I want to confirm once. 121 is what? Y should come. Y coming? Yes. Just say 121. Clear? So you're converting to what? List. Bytes to what? List. Yeah. When you're converting the bytes to what? List, you get what? All the ASCII values of what? Python. P ASCII value, Y ASCII value, up to what? N. Make a note of this one. And now when I convert to a tuple, what do you think the answer will come? Same answer will come. Instead of square bracket, what I get there, what? Brackets. So let me run both of them. So last answer will be a tuple answer. Instead of getting square bracket, you'll get there what? Brackets, normal brackets. I mean, getting square bracket, it means what? List type. Now here, keep to Python, keep Python only there, okay? Don't keep your name there. If you keep your name there, then you have to know the ASCII is also there. Okay. Okay. When I do set, what do you think again? Who will tell this answer? I'll give them Badam. Who can tell this answer? Flower bracket, but what? You can't specify the elements. Who will come first? You can't say that. So random will come there. Make a note. So you can say 104 means P. No, no. So you can check the 121 came at the last, which is what? Y there. Tomorrow you have exam, don't forget. Suddenly fever will come. Normal small exam only, okay? Not a IIT exam or not a MCET exam. No. At least guess, trace it out. What would be the answer of this one? I have taken y variable where that y is what type? Bytes. Then I'm using for loop. When I'm using for loop, I'll take one variable random, any variable I can take. So I have taken one variable name called I. So for I in what variable I have passed what y. Now, if I print y, will I get the answer? No, because the answers are stored in a variable called now what? I. Now when I try to print, how will I get the answers now? Vertical order. Okay, but will I get here now P, Y, T, H, O, N? No. I'll be getting instead of P, Y, T, all those things, I'll be getting their what? ASCII values. One of the ASCII value of Y how will be 121. So run once. Yes. Then you know how we can have side by side all those things. Make a note this one. Done. Now, already I have shown you how much P value. How to find? By using what? ORD. And what is the technique to remember in the ORD? What is the technique there? ORD is the technique. In the ORD, I have to pass only what the strings. In the CHR, I have to pass what? Integer values. Integer values. Okay. This already have seen there. Now. Don't focus on the comments there. Okay. Now, y equal to b. What type of bytes? What I'm saying in the place of 0 pass what? 80. First of all, 80 is what I don't know. Okay. 80 is what I know. Example. What 80 means what? Capital P. For your confirmation, I just pass it what? Print. How will I find my 80 means what? CHR of what? 80. So this will keep in comment box. So run once. How much? Capital P. Okay. Now, what I'm saying, instead of small p, I want the what? Capital P. Then try to print once. Print y. So clear skin, run the code. So when it is of bytes type, can you do modifications there? So bytes does not allow any kind of what modifications. Now, can you list some immutable data types? What is the meaning of immutable? Cannot be modified. So till now, what are the data types you have seen till now which are immutable? Strings, strings after strings, tuple. What happened? Only two only, yeah? Set immutable or immutable? I don't know, at least Google na. Why all these things simply? Okay, at least you have Google there na. Or I'm taking some set is what mutable or immutable. Just like this, at least you type. What type it is? Means what? We can make some more kind of what? Modifications. Okay. But for bytes, can you make modifications there? Make a note of this one. And where my code gets stopped, at what line number there? At line number what? 15. So what comes there? Type error. Bytes object does not support item assignment. Suppose in place of by this B bytes, if it was tuple, what would be my answer? Type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. If it was string, string object does not support items. Make a note once. So this code is no need, yes or no? Line number 16 needed or not needed? Copied. Okay. So now I'll keep the what 15th line in comment. I just want to execute the 16th one. Can you tell me the answer at least once? What would be the answer of this one? What is the ASCII value of small p? 1, 1, 1, 2. So YR 0 is what? 1 and 2 should come there. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this one? I won't say, usually say 0 to 2. 3. First of all, what? 0 to 3. What is the meaning of this one? I kept this nothing means what? Starting from what? 0. 0 to 3. What is the first step of slicing? Check value less than not. 0 less than 3. Yes. So 0 will be as it is. 3 will become what? 3 minus 1. Yeah, 1 minute. 3 minus 1. So 0 to where? 2. 0 to 2 means what? P, Y, T. This we know how much? 1, 1, 2. This I know how much? 121. Who will tell T? I don't know. 166. 116. Okay. So let us run once. I don't know. What came there? B. If I want it comes, suppose I want the numbers, then how? Think once. Take some time. Instead of this what? PYT, I want the what numbers. So if I teach you a plus b square, it means what? You inherently know a minus b square also. Yes or no? Same thing. What I can do before this y, I can convert to what type? List. Now again run the code. So sometimes they'll ask like this also. Okay. Everything if you go in proper way, 3 years will take. Then you can become pro in the Python. But 3 years you have time to wait for getting this all things. What is the immediate task is what here? What is the immediate task? To get what? Job. So that's why how much required to the company that I'm telling. Okay. So make a note of this one. But if they ask this one, can't you do? Can't you do if they ask numbers there? What you do? Convert this type to what? List type. And in the output you can see by default you get the what? B. B indicates what? Bytes. Okay. What about this one? Now you can think. No? B will come in the single quote. What will come? NOHTYP. That's the answer of what? 18th one. And how are you writing the answers also? Let me know once. Writing answer, question, answer below or writing side by side? Keeping comment and writing answers. No? So next week I'll check your books, not now. Yeah, we should not. But I'll check laptop. Not laptop also, Replit account, all those things, other things I have, important things I have, that I'll check. So are you storing up programs in the Replit or not? Storing or not? Yeah, wish, okay. But from my side, I want at least how many programs there? 1.5. At least, okay, at least how much? 1.5 minimum. So that you can make show off or you can keep in the water resume there. Okay. There should be difference now. You are doing codes, others also doing codes. In the world, only alone you're learning Python, thing once. Are you the only one for learning Python? No, no. Every year, how many people are getting pass out thing once? Okay, but all this keeper stuff, all this aside, your thinking, your code, your resume should be what? Different from others. That's the only thing. Okay. Resume part I'll come at the last, but till 9 by 9 only. I already told you what keep what in the resume what Replit. So the last again after eating this you have to eat first, this you have to eat first. I'm not telling. When the things are coming, I'm telling you what you have to eat. Okay. Fine. Now b equal to b of what? In the brackets what I kept 1, 2, 3 and close the bracket. I'm converting to this what type list. What do you think the answer will come? Okay, tell the answer of one, at least one or 2 or 3. 0 means how much? 1 means how much? So print it now. 49 you got? What is the value of this bracket? 91. What is the value of bracket? 91. What is the value of 1? 49. What is the value of comma? 44. So wherever comma there, you're getting the what? 44. Then what is the value of 2? 50. 0 how much? 0 how much? 48 na. So again run the code if you having doubt there. 48 came. Then bracket how much? 90. So how you want you can have. Make a note of this one. Done. But don't need to what remember all the things. Just remember what is the value of 0 to up to what 9. 10 having any value? No. Okay. No. So already you know what these things. 91 means how much? Bracket now. Bracket. Just now shown already. Run the code. So bracket how much? 91, comma how much? 44, and 91 is what? Bracket. You can use the what? ORD and CHR. Okay. Now, next concept we have is what now? Byte array. It's bytes or byte. What it is? Byte. Okay, it's what? Byte. Previously, what we had? Bytes. Now, remember set? Yes, 80. Then in the set, you have one more topic called as what? Frozen set. When can you make frozen set? When you have a set. Same thing here. When can we make byte array? When you have what? Bytes. If you don't have bytes, then you can't make what? Byte array. Let me show you once. Suppose if they run this code, nothing is going to happen because I did not write the print statement. But suppose I did not keep the b there now. Now clear screen once, run the code. Working? What it says? Type error, string argument without an encoding. So you can't make bytes array to any string or something. To make bytes array, what is a compulsory required thing? It should be having what? Bytes. Only for bytes you can make what? Byte array. Make a note of this one. So how can I have the answer? Before to make byte array, it should be what? Bytes. Then try to print it. Then in the output by default will be having what? Byte array. See one's answer also. Byte array, be a what in single quotes? Python. Make a note of this one. Done. Now, what is the meaning of this one? Print m array of 0. Means what? What is the ASCII value of small p? Small p ASCII value. 1 came. Now what I am saying, modifying it what? 88. First of all, we don't know 88. Just randomly we're trying. Okay. So now in the case of bytes, modifications are allowed there. But in the case of byte array, we can make what? Modifications. So run the code once. What can they know? So 88 means what? How much? X. Then y means how much? Z is capital Z how much? 90 now. Capital Z how much? 90. Y how much? Capital Y? 90? 89. Then X how much? 80. So previously what happened? In the case of bytes, modifications are not allowed. But you can make modifications in the case of which data type? Byte array. Make a note. So in the place of small p, what came there now? Capital X. Done? Okay. Now, What is the meaning of this one? Whatever there in the string gets what now? Printed. So it means what this one now? Now run this code. What comes here? From starting to ending. Anything happened there? No. Whatever there in the string have been getting what there? Printed. Now, see this one also now. Up to 3 means where? Up to what? T only. Now run the code. In the output, what will get? Byte array in brackets B in single quotes P Y T. What about this one? Byte array B in the bracket NOHTYP. Make a note. And to apply for the exam, which I kept it in the group morning and yesterday also. Done. Okay. So this is regarding what? Totally regarding the bytes and byte array. And what is the difference between bytes and byte array? In the case of bytes, you can't make any kind of modifications. It is a what type? Immutable, where modifications cannot be made. In the case of byte array, what is the thing required? First of all, you need to have what? Bytes. Then you can make what? Byte array. And in the case of byte array, I can do what? Modifications. That's all. Fine. Let us go to what now? Number system file. D1. And these topics, a few topics will not be useful for you. Why will not be useful? Now you'll know. What is the first thing I have taken here now? C10. From decimal, import decimal. From decimal, import decimal as a, what a short name I given there? D. See, you can give this decimal as a small name there. Keep there AS, you can give your name there or someone's name there. You can take small d, any name you can take. Like how you're taking for and keeping one variable there now. Similarly, you can give a small name. What is small name I given for decimal? This big decimal name, small d. Okay. Then, if I don't know the concept of float, if I don't know the concept of what? Float. But I think everyone knows regarding the float type. Yes or no? If I want after decimal 1 value, if I want after decimal 2 values, or if I keep percentage f, how many zeros I'll get? All things you know. Okay. Get the same extension over here. Now, what I told decimal of what? 0.7 plus 0.2. If normally if I print what will get 0.9 should I get? Yes or no? If I try to print what should my prediction should be there 0.9. But here you get what? Exact value of a decimal. In the case of what? Decimal. So print H. This is the value of 0.9. Exact. Some people will be there, exact value they want to. So these things will be required when you're going for what? Aeronautical engineering or astronaut or in the case of space. Okay. That time what? This angles will be very, very important there. One value also missing what? Rocket or inclined things will not get launched properly in the space. So these things they will be required but there. But here in the on the earth, these values are not required. If anyone asks you what you for eating right, apply the answer of a plus b square. Will anyone ask there? Tell me the formula of a plus b square, then only you're allowed inside the restaurant. Tell what is 5 plus 7, then only I'll give you food. Will they ask there? Same thing here. This case will not be what? Important. But if you're going for what? Astronaut or space, okay, whatever SpaceX or Blue Origin, whatever there, that time this will be useful. Until then, on the Earth, not useful. Okay, because we have advanced, yes or no? We have float. But if you don't know float, then you have to learn what? Decimal. Why? I'll tell you. Now this is what giving the exact value of what? 0.9. Okay, fine. Then if I do now like this, decimal of 0.7 plus decimal of what? 0.2. Some less values will get there. Half amps. Okay. But what is the only thing I want there now? Only 0.9. Then what I'll do? I have to keep those values. I have to keep those what? Values in the strings. I can use single quote. I can use what? Double quote. To avoid confusion in keeping in what? Single quote and double quote. Because some people think what only single quotes I have to keep or double quotes only I have to keep. You can use single quotes or double quotes. Both are fine. To get this 0.9 thing, what I'm doing, first import from decimal, import decimal as D, then take one variable, decimal of so and so value plus decimal of so and so value. Then try to print H. Just to get what? 0.9. So if you don't know float, then this is the way you have to follow. But I think all knows float. So if I want to get 0.9, what I think I require? Percentile 0.1. Or if you keep there, what happens? 6 zeros will come. That's it. Make a note of this one. And don't copy this one, okay? Just write this what I gave in the comment there. Those who want answer, I'll keep there again. So sometimes if I take interview, what I'll do, someone suppose expert person comes to me. Some people will say, no, I have experience or I'm pro. So I like taking out the bench. So what I'll do, I'll ask them doubt. Without using float, without using a float, tell me how can I get 0.9? It's possible without using float? No. Until he knows this concept. Okay. Same thing I want you to do also. In the interview, ask them. What you'll ask there? Without using float in the terminal window, you should get the what? 0.9. 95% I'm giving assurance. No technical round, it's a no, it's 95%. Okay, this also one chance to get what? Make impression to get selected in the interview. He will feel this fellow knows or this girl knows more than me. So sometimes her sentiment should not fail now. So they'll hire. Okay, this also thing. So one of my friend was there. So starting they told what how much package? 3 package. So 3 became what? 9. Okay, this all the thing happens. Yeah, everything is luck. That's why I prepared these questions and kept ready. If I'm not getting selected, I have to take revenge and come. I'm not ashamed now. I'm not a fool. Yeah, compulsory you have to ask and come. If you're getting selected, the interview asks, you have any questions for me? What people ask, how much salary I'll get, what is the timings? Waste fellow. If you want timings, why you took this job only? There is no time for coding. Remember first thing. No time for what? Coding. Even you have to sacrifice your washroom time also. That thing also within the company there. Okay. Meeting their example. Client meeting happening from Australia. Wait 1 minute, I have to go to washroom and come. Yeah? You can't say all those things. That's why you have to manage those things, all the skills required there. So people working for Amazon, these things happens. It is not torture or not something there. The way you behave, the way you give your time for the company, that matters to the Amazon company. So people working for Amazon, what they say, don't take this job, don't take. It is not for normal human beings. People working for Amazon are not humans, first of all, are not humans. They are 10 times more than me. Always stick to laptop. Their father, mother, or the hire one person. Example, PM has one assistant PA. So the company, they offer one person. That person will feed us food. I'll be the coding part only. That person will feed the food. Okay. This also will be there in a company. Okay, you have a small kid there. That much time also will not be there. To eat also, you won't have time. Okay, this also things. Okay, so I'll just wait a minute.